and welcome back to the Source of Success organization, a student-led organization that aims to inspire, empower, advocate, and raise awareness on a variety of cultural topics, as well as we also aim to connect students with thoughtful leaders from various fields. So before we get started, this is an exclusive interview series with Khun Ja, the Managing Director of Tiffany Pattaya. So
สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
Thank you so much for taking your time to join today, our interview today. And before we get started, please allow us to individually introduce ourselves.
So, hi there, my name is Ern, and I'm an 8th grader at the International Community School of Bangkok, and I'm interested in biology and architecture, and I'm excited to learn more about what you have to share with us today.
Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I'm also currently an 8th grader studying at International Community School Orchid in Bangkok. So right now I'm still thinking about different fields and what I want to do in the future. So I want to learn from different successful people and know how to manage their business.
Oh, hello, my name is Power. I'm currently studying as an 8th grader at ICS. As for now, I'm still exploring various fields, and I hope to learn more about you and your journey as a successful entrepreneur.
So my name is Hilight. I'm a 10th grade student of International Community School, and I'm interested in the medical management field. But apart from that, I'm also interested in business and further exploring your journey and how you strive to become who you are today.
Thank you so much. Welcome you all.
Could you please introduce yourself and give us a short overview of what you've been up to?
Yes, my name is Alisa. I'm a managing director of the Tiffany Show, Pattaya, and also a managing director of the Woodland Hotel and Resort, and also the Baguette company, which is like F&B, and also many other activities. But mainly that's all my main responsibilities.
So could you please explain to us what is Tiffany Show Pattaya and give us a brief history from where it came from?
So before I became managing director of Tiffany Show, it's actually my dad is a founder. My dad, his name is Sutham Pantusak. So he's a visionary entrepreneur that's living in Pattaya and working as a hotelier and also in finance. He was having a small exchange for money changers, many places in Pattaya. So he found Tiffany Show, which is before it's a small bar in the walking streets, and then he thinks that he could turn it to professional theater. So he asked the original owner, who's Tiffany's owner in as a bar, that if he could move to the where we located now in the Pattaya Second Road, and he would build the theater for the show. So he agreed to move and to come to the theater, and then since then it's now 50 years. Yeah, next year will be the 50th anniversary of the Tiffany Show. So I grew up in Pattaya, and also I saw Tiffany Show since I was 5. And my dad was taking me to see the business mostly every time when I have free times. And so I kind of run into my blood that I actually know what is LGBT and how do we work with them and all that. So that's how I started to know them. But after I graduated MBA from the States, so I came back and I Actually, I had other plans, but my father asked me to join the company because he would like to do something else. Like after I came back from MBA, and then he said like, oh, I have to let him study or join the politics or some other things that he would enjoy. So I agreed to um, started as his assistant.
So could you please share some challenges that you've overcome in the past in managing Tiffany Show and how you and your team overcame it?
Sorry. I actually we started when the Tiffany Show has only 550 seats, and at that time, I think my dad had done a good job. Like we have so many tourists, and we even have 8 times a day because of the limited of seats. But when I started to work there, I trying to see things differently. Like if like we have only we have less round, but we can have more seats, or we can increase the price and increase the quality, and we still have the same revenue but less show times. So I was thinking only that. So I asked my dad to expand the business, like, and increase the seats number, and also change the theater while we are still operation. So I came in to actually change the theater, and after that I gradually changed how the show and the performers work, or and like trying to make the culture for the Tiffany Show girl, how to believe in themselves, that they are valuable human being, and also like they are most valuable asset for the company. So I trying to starting from there and gradually change their perceptions in their lives. And also what we want is that their happiness make them greater in their work. So if they're not happy, they won't be able to be good in their job. So that's I actually study human resources when I was in Chulalongkorn University. So I believe in managing people and increase their capability, and also increase their self-esteem. So I actually run like around the theater, and one day I trying to, I'm trying to make discipline for all the show, because you have to understand, people always asking me that is it difficult to work with transgender, is it difficult to work with LGBT, because people always have stereotype towards LGBT, because they think that they may be a difficult people, but actually they're all the same. But what we are trying to do is to apply discipline, and also apply their responsibilities that they have to, things that the company has given them the best career ever. So I also sometimes facing their emotion, and against the rules that I apply, and also like trying to against as like management, new management rules or policies. But anyway, if you insist that that policy or that rule is good for the company as a whole, so you can get through it and everyone will believe in you, and everything that you apply into the company, and if it's make the that it shows the good results, and it shows that all the everyone's gain something out of it, so it will work finally.
Please allow me to ask a follow-up question. So you've mentioned how there remains like this stereotype regarding the queer community, how they're like it's very hard to work with alongside with them, right? So where do you think these stereotypes stem from the very start?
I don't know. I think because not I think it's misunderstanding. I think every job has difficult people. If you cannot you cannot let them trust you as a boss. So if you don't earn trust, so you won't get anything out of them. So you have to let them trust you first, that what you do is good for them, good for the company. So I think for now, I think they are my team is the easiest because they understand me very well, and they know what my orders. It's never harm. It's always creates good results for the whole company. So if you can, I think stereotype for LGBT it's because in the past nobody understand LGBT just yet, but now if you see, I think it's more and more communications, and I also do CSR of the company as the Miss Tiffany's or Miss International Queen, just to let other people to see that everyone is different.
Yeah, I totally agree that like if you were to communicate with them how this policy would benefit the community, like collectively as a whole, I think that would really encourage them to like obey the policies or like align to it.
Yes.
As long as you maintain that like transparent communication pathway with them.
Yes.
May I ask a follow-up question, just like out of curiosity? Like I'd like to know whether or not like working with the community, does it contradict like your personal values as like a Christian or yeah?
Actually, that is a good question. My mom is Christian and I am also Christian, but I don't really feel that it's something wrong, that if I believe that people could be whoever you want to be. So I think God also create humans that everyone is different. So I think that everyone is also the children of God. So whatever you are, if you are still in a good person, still follow the rules and do something good for the society, I think you're still the children of God, and I don't see any wrong with it. Yeah.
I agree with that. Okay, so I think like Power has a question.
So, as a managing director of the Tiffany Show Pattaya, would you mind sharing with us what it's like to like manage the theater during the pandemic?
It was so difficult because actually we believe that all the our performer is our main asset, and also we train them to become this far or to become a professional dancer. We have invest a lot, and we have invest in training, giving them all the educations about performance and also like costume and everything on stage. Actually, it's not so many theater in Thailand. Actually, Tiffany is one of the first and foremost one in Thailand. So it's becoming like a institution that we are teaching how to become a professional theater people. So I cannot let them go when the pandemics happen. So I have to take care of all of them until the pandemic's gone, and also because we don't want to learn with new people again. So that's how we can get back to work within a month after the pandemics. It's better. It's becoming more and more like we can cope with all the disease and all. So once I said to all my staff like, okay, we will come back and train for a month and open. So we are ready. So that's how we can come back to the business so fast.
So like the Tiffany Show, sometimes it kind of like relies on like Chinese tourists.
Yes.
And like during COVID-19, there was like no Chinese tourists. And how did you like keep the business up and going?
Actually, we have other business in the what do you call like holding business. So we have hotels, restaurants. So we take some of the people who are good in kitchen, in service, or in some they could take care of trees and do housekeeping. We just turn them into other business. Yeah, and many of them are good at it, like to be cook or to be service people, and to do whatever we asking them to do in the business. So that's how we can have salary for them. But all the 3 years, normally we sell mostly it's food. So that's how we could survive. And we sell like croissants or food delivery, and we have like many small team to do each things like marketing or admin for all the social network, or like to answer the guests about food in each category. So we have Thai food, Western food, and also bakery that we are selling through 3 years.
So how did you integrate the inspiration from abroad shows into the Tiffany Show? Because we know that Tiffany Show is a really popular tourist destination that like all tourists would really want to come. So how did you manage to attract like all the tourists from all around the world to want to see your creation?
Actually, first, Tiffany has originally have the brand because of the transgender woman is the main cast, and it's becoming well known about it. So that's why like all Chinese or other they know that we have only transgender as the performers, but we also have them like in many characters. We composed a song by ourselves. We created the show, the scenes, and the costume by ourselves. It's all teams at Tiffany's, and it's becoming like more and more popular because of our creation, our own creation, and we actually trying to open the market by doing the show in each market also. Like if we have Indian, so we have the Indian song, we have Bollywood show. If we have a Chinese, we have the talents of Chinese that Chinese people would surprise that how Thai artists could do the same as Chinese do. Or we have Koreans, pop song that K-pop and all that people would to acknowledge what is the song is about. But other than that, it's our own creation that it's become the mix of the show. So that's how like word of mouth. Also now we are using like social as like marketing tools. We have influencers as from many countries. We open it up for all like tour from every country. It's not only Chinese, but now it's like even Thai people is our main market, because Thai, if without Thai fans, we couldn't open the show when the COVID is not gone yet. So once we open the show, the first day we open the show, all Thai fans come back to support Tiffany Show.
Before we move on to Power's question, I'd like to circle back a little to the impacts of the Tiffany shows. So I'd like to know, how does it break barriers and increase representation, or like shift society to a more progressive perspective?
I think because Tiffany Show has shown only talents, creativities, and it's becoming like the main attraction of Thailand. And it's also real soft power of Thailand that make everyone's from all over the world to come see the show. And and mainly it's transgender. So I have created the Miss Tiffany's as a contest for all the girls that everywhere except Tiffany's to compete, to show their talents. And I just wanna let them prove that they have talents to do other things. It's not only show at Tiffany's, but other talents, like, or some they're doctor, some they're engineers, so that's how I show into the broadcast that every participant has their own way of life and their own talents. So they can be anything, but it's just for everyone to know that we are also the same as every individual. So that's how we are trying to change the perception of Thai society first. And that was year 1998. Until now, it's 25 years for Miss Tiffany's. This year, we are doing the Miss Tiffany's 25th years anniversary. And after I create the local pageant, it's like domestic pageant for Thai, I have the winner to compete in the States for bigger pageant. Let's say like it's called the like Miss Universe of France. But we won 3 years in a row. Concept from 1999, 2000, 2001. And then I started to realize that the Tiffany Show Theater actually could host the world pageant. So I started to register the Miss International Queen for the world pageant, as Tiffany Shows own this world pageant for internationally. So I start in year 2004, and since then we start to have lots of winners from all over the world. We have a representative of transgender, many countries, and every country who used to be a closed society and has high discrimination against LGBT or transgender, they have idol, like our idol, like Miss International Queen, to become someone who they are like understand, and they feel that they're not different. For example, like Japan, we have Ai-Jang as a representative, like Miss International Queen, and Ai-Jang is now a TV presenter and comedian, and she works like 7 days a week, and she's becoming someone that Japanese people respect her. So it's so many countries that we open up from Miss International Queen. So I think from what I start, that I believe in our own showgirls, and then I believe in all transgender in Thailand, and I started Miss Tiffany, and now I said that everyone in the world believes that all transgender are human and also could create something good for society or to the world. So it's quite a proof, a long way to go, and I think we are come to not successful, but come to a good standpoint that everyone believe in us also. I also sells the rights to other countries to make the pageants in other countries. I just came back from USA. We sold the rights for USA to make the pageant and send the representative to us in the
Congratulations on selling your pageant company or right? Yeah, rights, right? Yeah.
Like I sell rights to USA, Philippines, Vietnam, Japan, and Brazil, and many more contacting. Yes. So it means that other people also in the world, they'll also have the same understanding now.
Howard has a quick question.
So how do you manage your time taking care of multiple businesses?
Actually, I have to say that it's because that I've been working for 25 years now, and I know how to use other people because otherwise, if I'm not mature enough or I don't understand the business, I would not be able to manage many things. But once you grow with it, and you know inside out your business or your company, you would be able to tell if you're not, even though you're not there, you would be able to teach someone to taking care of that specific job. So like I think because of the experience, mostly it's about experience that I have been working for a long time in every business, and also I always, like, when I start to work on one company, I would have to know everything in details.
I think I'd like to ask a question. Like, speaking of businesses, how do you envision the expansion of whether it be your resort or the theater itself? Yeah, so we talked about how you're selling the theater rights to different countries, but would you mind like delving into how you envision the expansion of your resort in particular?
The resort.
Yeah, the resort or cafes. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't, my it's not only my business, but it has to be like the board members that would want to do the investment in each category of business. So board members, they never want to expand into resort or hotel, because actually Thailand is having so many hotels, and it's so competitive. But for F&B, yes, there will be more outlets for F&Bs in the name of La Baguette. Yes, and
What do you mean by F&Bs?
like F&B means like all the food business that we are having, like La Baguette, or the brand that we are creating a new brand. Soon it will be next year, early next year, we will have a new brand for food and beverage, and under La Baguette company. So we under La Baguette company has so many brands that we are creating.
So, in your opinion, what's success and what's the secret to success?
I don't know about success, but I have keep on doing. Like you have to love what you do, and I don't know, really, I don't know about what is gonna be successful or what and what is not successful. But if you love what you do, you will see the profit from that. Sometimes the profits doesn't come in the big amount of money, but the profit is come from like you're happy to do it, and like you grow from small, and when once you see its prosperity, that's you happy already. And I don't know, I'm a second generation. I don't know, like maybe in the future my feeling is that I might not want my children to take care of the business. Maybe I just let someone who's love my job to continue the works, but I'm not gonna force my children to go into something that they don't want. But I think the most important for me is that you satisfy of what you do, and you know your plans in the future, and you know how you could be happy with your life, your family, and your business. It's like everything is in the same circles, so you have to be happy about it.
So, what drives you to do what you do?
Right?
What drives you to do what you do?
Oh, what drives me? Actually, I never thought about it, but whenever I get something as like my responsibility, I always do my best. I think I see my father as like my idol, and everything's like I work hard for it. It's always I have, because I have belief in it, and it always paybacks to me. So every time when I start something, I have to finish, and I know that how it's gonna be beautiful or not beautiful, but I always have my score for myself. That's, I would say like, oh, this time I do this much, but I always score myself. I never want anyone to score me, and I just believe in myself that if I do this, I would get this, and but it's not about money for me. It's always thinking that I have so much opportunity in life that I have been given responsibility. It's not only from my dad, it's sometimes from the country, sometimes it's from the society, or sometimes it's from the association that I join, or sometimes it's just from my friends who are giving me this some opportunity that I'm just feeling lucky. So so you have to be happy with it, like every opportunity that you've been given.
That sounds like a great motivation to have, and the strategy that you use to evaluate yourself after like a specific job. I think that's also very effective. But just like I would just wanted to ask, like, how do you know whether or not your evaluation is biased? Because sometimes you might make it a little subjective.
I never bias about what I do. I always, when I never have 100 score, I always have 200. And if I get only 70, I always say to me, oh, you okay, so you have to expect more than hundreds. So once you have 70, you're like, okay, I'm satisfied, I can do better next time. It's not the end of the world. You're just feeling that, okay, this is not good, but you can improve every now and then. But if you think that the opportunity just come once, never. You have to think like the opportunity has come every day. So you have to improve yourself every day.
Okay, so as a closing, what kind of like parting advice would you like to give to like younger generation?
We'd like to pursue the same path as you.
So you have to have a good belief, like you have to believe in yourself first, and you will never quit. So if you do that, whatever you do will be good and pass okay. But never quit. I think it's what I'm doing all the time. I never quit.
Thank you for sharing that with us. But does anyone else have like lingering questions that you'd like to ask?
So like, how do you balance your like life at home and life at home?
I now, because of the COVID situation, I think it's even easier now. Like, because everyone could Zoom work with me. Like, I will have Zoom like meeting again like at 2 today, and then at 7 today. It's like I always can work, and also with my family and with my children. I always like trying to arrange the timing that is different from when my children is back from school. And in the morning, I take them to school, and also I went to fitness before I come to work. So I trying to arrange like 1 hour fitness for myself to be able to be strong and keep up with all work and also family life. And everything is just like fall into, because my work is, I know at heart about work, and I can control my timing with all my team. And my team work is they really been working with me for more than 20 years. So it's quite easy, but every week I still going to Pattaya to check on my work my team, having one-to-one meeting and all that.
Hey, that sounds great. Do you have any other things you'd like to ask? Okay, thank you. So thank you so much, everyone, for checking out this exclusive interview series with Kun Alisa Pantusak. And don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share this interview series on the platforms. So yeah, with that, bye. Thank you for checking out this series.